Hey buddy, this is Collin, Mr. Oldschool Gamer. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Today I'm bringing you a clip of the Tier 8 Pan-Asian Premium Destroyer, the LoYang. Now this is a really good, strong premium ship that I can really recommend if you're trying to find some good tier 8 premium that can be very fun to play and can also give you some nice bonuses and credits and experience. The problem with this ship, of course, is that it has a pretty limited use, since you can only train your Pan-Asian destroyer captains on this ship. But still very strong with its German hydro and smoke combo, which makes it an excellent cap control contester. So I'm starting off by pushing the A cap, since I spawn down south on this map. It looks like half the team is following me and the other half is pretty much focusing around the B cap. Now this is a tier 10 game, so right off the start I have a small disadvantage. But that said, this ship is a ship that can really punch upwards. So the A cap is usually a pretty easy cap to take if you're spawned on this side of the map, because of its layout with the island. It's very easy to cap from behind the small island if you want, but since I have a special strategy in mind with the LoYang, I push right into the cap. Because my strategy here is to hopefully surprise an enemy DD coming around this corner. Engaging my smoke and my hydro, I will probably have the ability to take him out. Now the enemy gearing pops up, I engage my smoke and hydro and start shooting in with my guns. Unfortunately, I was pretty much the only one shooting at this gearing, so he didn't take that much damage as I was hoping for. But at least I made him run a bit and waste his torps on me as well. So I send off my torps in the general direction of the gearing's last known location, and also towards these enemy ships in the background. And this is of course also the strength of this LoYang destroyer, that you can sit in smoke and you don't really have to fear enemy destroyers' torpedoes blasting you out of the smoke, because you will see them from a mile away. So it looks like the enemy are fleeing from the A cap. We have managed to take the B cap, so my general idea is to try and push the B cap, pushing the enemy up north, hopefully securing the A and B cap for our team. enemy Missouri pops up. This is of course a very dangerous ship for me to engage, but since I am hid behind this island, and I'm just guessing that he has already used his radar since he's been right by the D cap. That is usually where the enemy radar ships likes to use the radar in the start of the game. So I can sit pretty safe behind this island and just spam some fires on this guy's deck. He was getting a bit stressed out, so he tried to blind fire at me, but I managed to dodge the shells. I lost visibility of him, so I need to go stealth again and try to sneak out behind this corner, trying to send some torps his way, hopefully, since he used his damage control on the fires. I can hopefully get a flood on him as well. Now I do have to apologize for the shift press to enter the binocular view that they are in the screen right now, because this is a replay and Wargaming happened to fuck something up in the last patch, so if you watch a replay you will have this thing up on the screen at all times. Now the Missouri uses his radar, but I'm pretty safe in my position and my torps are in the water. My torps finally make contact with the Missouri and I get my first kill in the game. Now the enemy are pushing in to the B cap, and I do want to push in as well, trying to contest the cap from the enemy destroyer, because I can easily take him out with my smoke and hydro, but I can't really push in with this enemy rune on the right side, because I will create a extremely dangerous crossfire situation for myself. Because I will have enemy ships on my left side, I will have the rune on my right side, and a couple of ships, don't really know how many, straight ahead, and also a destroyer of course. So I have to abandon my push for the B cap, trying to smoke up, and since my team hasn't been able to chase this rune off, I will have to try and chase him off with my puny guns instead. And as you can see, my team is playing extremely passive. We lost the B cap because my team are pretty much camping down south around the A cap. And this is of course a huge problem, because I can't really push alone in a small destroyer with the majority of the enemy team surrounding me. Enemy Yugomo pops up around the B cap, so of course I switch my fire towards him instead. Always focus the destroyer when they are spotted. The enemy rune managed to chunk me a bit, but I'm safe back into my smoke. But the enemy team are pushing in, and of course the enemy Baltimore. And if you see an enemy radar ship push this aggressively towards your fleet, you know that he has his radar up. And just as I finish that sentence, the radar is engaged and I'm spotted. So of course I need to flee as quick as possible to try and get out of his radar range. One of my torps do make contact, And finally I take out the enemy Yugumo who sat in his smoke. But during my retreat I take fire from this enemy gearing who has snuck up between these two islands and is really close to my fleet. And my fleet of course are still extremely passive. Don't really seem to react to the enemy destroyer being this close, which is quite worrisome. So I'm actually trying to sit between, trying to spot torps, and with huge risk to myself and my ship, I'm trying to send some torps into the smoke, hoping that he still is in that last known location. Now we have extreme problem because my team is getting surrounded by all directions and we are down one cap. So if we're gonna have any chance in winning this game, I need to pretty much take on the big boy carry pants and try to make a move. The enemy gearing seem to have been relocating. Instead, the enemy Kagero pops up. I try to engage him, but he smokes up. I land some shells, start a fire. I also take some hits from the gearing in his smoke. But I feel like I really have to do something right now if we're gonna have any chance at all into winning this game. I engage my Hydro and spot the enemy destroyer, so now I can easily take him out. His engine is shot, so he can't really move. And the rune on our team managed to get the final blow. But I really need to push into the B cap if we're gonna have any chance of taking this win. Because you can't really allow the enemy team to have cap advantage for too long, because the tickets will switch very fast. And can just say, if you continue to watch to the end of this clip, I will show a little funny clip in the end where I managed to get a double Fleshwound. So 2 kills after I'm dead and also a Arsonist. So double Fleshwound and an Arsonist Post Mortem. The enemy gearing, who has been my main antagonist the whole game, pops up for a final fight. I pop my smoke and hydro and he's so kind, so he stops right inside my hydro range, which is awfully nice of him. Our Shima is nice enough to send some torps from behind, which is always nice when you're engaged in a fight with an enemy ship. And of course, the St. Louis pops up as well, because I don't really have enough to fight with a Yamamoto and a gearing. So switching back to the Yamamoto, trying to set some extra fires on him as well. Okay, something has entered the cap once again. Could this be, perhaps, the enemy gearing back for the last third act? Doing some torpedo beats. Just showing off. Okay, where are you, Mr. Gearing? Oh crap, the wrong place. Finally, I managed to take him out, and of course, our enemy cruiser pops up. Enemy rune as well. One of the worst tier 9 cruisers to face. And I'm on fire, and my repair is on cooldown, and this guy is just gonna murder me. But my torps do look nice. So, GG. Well, at least my team are starting to move up north, since it's only 2 enemy ships left. But I think this is gonna take a while, so bear with me, guys.
Later. One eternity later.
Sorry, were they done? I must have nodded off there for a while. Sorry. So, pretty decent game, almost 1 million income in the LoYang, over 100,000 damage done, 4 kills, almost a Kraken, but close but no cigar. And as you can see, this was a pretty hard carry. I mean, almost 3,000 base experience. And I'm a tier 8 destroyer in a tier 10 game. So I must say I'm pretty happy with that result. And looking at the damage, I did 33,000 with 4 torpedo hits, 13,000 in fires, and the rest with high explosive. And looking at the potential damage, you can see that I tanked quite a lot for my team as well. over 1.2 million potential damage in a destroyer with a health pool of 17,000. That's over 70 times my health pool, so pretty good job there as well. And finally, looking at the rewards, I made over 900,000 credits in this game. Got over 4,000 in free XP and almost 7,000 in XP and 15,000 experience for my captain. So all in all, a pretty good game, and after this there will be a clip of me, as I said before, getting double Fleshwound and Arsonist Post Mortem. But right now I want to wish you a nice Saturday and a great week. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye bye.
All forces, capture that area.
已启动发烟机。烟幕已设置。 主炮塔严重受损。长官，问题已解决。敌方主力舰沉没。 敌方主力舰沉没。